Holy shit, what a win. I just finished watching the Bears Commanders game. As some of you know, I'm a Bears fan. What a statement win to beat the Commanders in Washington after last year, after we all know the Hail Mary. Some positives I want to check about this game. Dude, what happened? What's going on with the run game? We did great on the ground. Why can't we see this earlier? That was a great run game, and Swift had an awesome game. Obviously, he had that huge touchdown reception, like off an out route. He made a great move on the defender. Um, Other positives: defense. What great run defense we had. I'm gonna pull up some stats. Ja'Cory Crossing Merritt, which I don't want to be that guy, but come on, he's getting some glaze. He had two fumbles today, one of which sealed the probably was the game losing fumble. He was. You could blame it on Jaden Daniels. If you watch the game, you could blame it on Jaden Daniels. You could blame it on Ja'Cory Crossing Merritt. But either way, we held him to 3.6 yards a carry on 17 carries. Our run defense actually looked good today. Now, there is some negatives. I just want to celebrate this win right now. I'm recording this maybe 5 minutes after the game ended. I don't know what was up with some of the blown coverage. Touchdown to Luke McCaffrey. That Chris Moore touchdown. Kyler Gordon got beat a bit on that. I don't know what was kind of going on there. It looked like he thought the ball was maybe overthrown. Like he saw the ball coming. I don't know. But great win. Caleb, not the most accurate, though there was a bad drop by Zacchaeus. That would have been 30 yards. I mean, he had green grass. If you look at the game, I mean, he had green grass. But other than that, Caleb was 17 for 29, so he really could have been 18 for 29. 252, a touchdown, no pick. Now, it was like a check down touchdown, but I mean, this is a great play by Swift. The ground game was great. Swift had 14 for 108, averaging 7.7. Manungai, 5 for 19, averaging 3.8, but he got gritty yards when he had to. And even DJ Moore had 2 for 10. He had two good, solid carries. Roshan Johnson had a good 6-yard carry. Caleb had that rushing touchdown where Swift blocked from, obviously. And Swift was a leading receiver with 2 for 67 and a touchdown. This might be his best game in a Bears uniform. And unironically, his other second best game in a Bears uniform might have been last year against the Commanders. Let's go check this out real quick here. Let me see how he did against them. 1 second here. That might have been the second best game in a Bears uniform. Here, let me check this real quick. Yeah, I know you might hear my mouse clicking. Where is this? Oh, here, I'll just... Okay, here we go. Come on. I'm sorry. Okay, here. So versus Washington last year, he was 18 for 129 and a rushing touchdown. Now he didn't have any receiving yards to the air, but that probably was his second best game as a Bears uniform. The only one topping that is his game against the Commanders, where he lost for a little less, but he had a higher average and he had that great touchdown catch. If you remember last year, our offense was getting pretty stagnant. I felt like, I don't know if it was third, fourth quarter, and Swift was the one who broke off a long, maybe 40 to 50-yard touchdown run and reignited our team. Obviously, didn't go our way. But no, this team just looked great. We actually, Jaquan Brisker had a pick. Obviously, like I said, 2 fumbles. Montez Sweat forced one of them. And then, oh, wait, shoot. Might be forgetting something. Was there 3? Actually, no, I think there's only 2. My bad. I think there's 3 turnovers by Washington. I'm remembering, and Sean Wright had a good TFL. But no, Daquan Brisker had a pick on Jaden Daniels. That was a pretty bad underthrow if you saw. We had 2 sacks. It was Dominique Robinson had half a sack, and then Javon Dexter had 1.5 sacks. But no, what I'm really trying to highlight is this defensive line really stepped up to the occasion. Yes, there were times where they let Jaden Daniels get scramble yards, which he really shouldn't have. But when it came to the overall game, they did great on the run defense. When we blitzed, they brought solid pressure here and there, obviously resulting in 2 sacks. But no, they just looked really solid. the receivers didn't do much. Luther Burden was 4 for 51, not bad. He had a big 37-yard catch. And DJ Moore actually started off the game hot, 3 for 42. But I think he started getting banged up a little bit. It seemed like through the game. So no, it was he really started off pretty high. I think 3 for 42. I think that all came in the first quarter. No, but I'm watching this game and I hate making excuses saying officiating is why we lost this game or something. But dude, the refs were genuinely seemed like they were paid off by Washington. I don't want to be that guy, but it totally seemed like it. We had BS call after BS call. BS. I mean, if you were watching the game, you should see that Caleb threw this great fade, and well, not great fade, but just a fade into the end zone. And Rome Odunze had great body control, turned around, caught the ball for what would have been a touchdown. But Theo Benedict was half an inch. I don't know. I forgot to describe it, but it was an illegal formation call. And even Troy Aikman and Joe Buck really didn't like the call, and that's saying a lot because Troy Aikman was, I hate to be that guy, he was glazing Jaden Daniels all game. Gosh, it was annoying as a Bears fan just listening to him just glazing and glazing. I hate to be that guy, but no, offensive line was pretty solid in the run game. They let up 3 sacks, but I guess I think one of those could be Caleb's fault. I know he had one where he was pretty far back and he was technically inbounds. That might have counted as a sack. That was more of a Caleb sack. You got to throw the ball away there. No, it's just the Bears improved to 3-2. 3-2 feels so much better than 2-3. You got the Saints next week. They're a gritty team. I think that's a trap game, but it just feels great winning this game. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure we beat the Raiders 25-24 last week, obviously with that blocked field goal. But man, another thing, Jake Moody, man. Jake Moody. Yes, one blocked field goal from 48 yards, but 4 for 5. He scored 13 of our 25 points. He obviously had the game winner, which, man, I was barely able to keep my eyes open. And I remember watching the kick go up, and I couldn't see the football. I thought it got blocked, or maybe he was just like shanked. But man, he got it right to the middle, and whew, I think I lost 5 years of my life watching that damn football game. Another quick highlight: Torrey Taylor had some great. I think he had how many punts did he have? 2, I think it says. But 2 for 106, averaging 53 a punt, one within the 20. He was insane. On his punts, for the 2 he had. Just like Brook things to highlight in the game. Yeah, that Zacchaeus drop was that was ugly. What I mean, yeah, just like some BS ref calls. Like there's like one on Jaquan Brisker. What was it? It was roughing the passer where he was kind of diving at his upper body. He got shoved by. Was it who's the left tackle? It's who is it now? They acquired him in a trade acquisition. I'll check this out. Please hold. It is Laramie Tunsil. Yes, from the Texans. I do remember that. But no, he like kind of shoved Brisker into him. It was like another BS call. I remember there's a face mask on like Deshaun Wright earlier in the game where I'm like, that's nitpicky. And obviously, like I said, the BS, what do you call it? The BS illegal formation. But no, I think Caleb did have a little worse game than his stats do show. Yes, even after that one drop, because that one touchdown was off a 55-yard play that was more of a swift play. But Caleb still had some good throws. That 37-yard of Luther Burden, like I mentioned earlier, had a solid fade ball. He had that rushing touchdown. So Caleb still did solid. But no, I know this is kind of a low quality video like the last one. More videos might be like this. I might post different types of videos coming up. It's probably just like gameplay in the back of just like different games and stuff. But no, it's like just instant reaction. This is probably 15 minutes after watching the game. And that is about it. Let's be ready for the Saints next week. Thank you for watching.